They've already removed 2. They was like, you're in the top 5% of small jaws. So you have too much crowding. You have too many teeth. I'm like, bitch, I didn't. All I want to do is straighten. I don't want to remove nothing else. But we got to remove one more. Bruh, I'm tired. I'm tired. I said, how the hell do I have a small jawline but a big ass mouth? That don't make no sense. Those two don't go together. So now I got to get ready. Hey, lady, I got to get ready now for them to remove another tooth. Another goddamn tooth. Just so I can straighten my teeth. I said, y'all got to do that shit next month. I got homecoming. Hi, Dar. Good morning, Tammy. Good morning, Elena. Hey, friends. I got homecoming. I ain't got time for this shit. Y'all got to do that shit later on in the middle. Like, do it a week before Thanksgiving. Nuh-uh. I got to get it done in the beginning because I need to eat. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but my mama do cook. And I ain't missing out on no food. I'm not missing out on no food. Got me messed up. I mean, I got one more year of these holes in my mouth. He said it would have been faster if I didn't have such a small, like, jaw, mouth. I don't know what the fuck that means, but I just got a really tiny jaw. Did I have a deep? My daddy did. He burnt the first deep fried turkey. My mom was so mad. I love the penguin. Me too. I can't wait to set up. Yes. My daddy burnt the first one. Can we get the hearts pumping, guys, so we can get this news together? Emmy, can you get off of my laptop case? This bitch. Sorry, I didn't mean to call her a B word. She be getting on my nerves. Y'all don't understand. I just got into a whole argument with Sapphire. I literally got into a whole argument with this dog. And Emmy has been pissing me off all morning. Don't get animals. Good morning, y'all. Don't get animals. And when I tell you, she walked up to me like she was about to be so nice and just went on 10. Went on fucking 10. I'm like, why are you yelling at me? I didn't do nothing to you this morning. She yelled at me for 15 minutes straight, bruh. And I was trying to gentle parent. You can't gentle parent a dog or a cat. I was like, okay, what do you want? What do you want? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? I was trying to be real gentle parent with her. And I told her to shut the fuck up. I said, you ain't gonna be yelling at me in my damn house. I had to remind her that, bitch, this is my house. Look at her. She popped up. I told her she wasn't going to be yelling at me in my damn house. She lost. Don't come over here. Don't come over here with that shit. Take your ass back where you was. Don't come over here. Go. Go somewhere. Go. What you want? No. What do you want? No. Get off me. Get off me because you made me mad this morning. No. Because you ain't have to start yelling at me this morning. Don't do that. No, you started yelling. Don't start yelling at me now. I'm on live. What you want? Why are you under here? No. You're not getting your way. Go find somewhere to be. Go. You better not. Hold it. I said hold it. Go somewhere else. Did you cover the EK TFB? Nah, y'all. Y'all know what I'm gonna do, because I know a lot of y'all miss me doing my gossip and tea. My gossip and tea is going to be on my second backup page, because I miss doing gossip and tea. It's gonna be on my second backup page. So if you go to Talk Your Shit, Nene, I'm in a Snow White costume. It's actually pinned. My other area, my second backup page is pinned to the top of this account. That's where I'm gonna do my gossip and tea. Cause I miss doing that shit. I miss gossip and tea, but my main page has been turned over to politics and political activism and sometimes a little gossip. But I'm gonna do that shit over there. Cause I miss doing it. I'm gonna do it over there. All right. Now let's get to the shit. If you have not heard, Frumpy did not get the Nobel Peace Prize. I woke up at 5 this morning when they announced that shit. He did not get the Nobel Peace Prize. A Venezuelan woman by the name of Maria Corina, shit, I don't want to mess up her name. Let me get it right. Let me make sure I get it right. Sassy, stop looking at me. I'm not doing this shit with you today. It's not happening. It's not happening. Stop touching me. Sorry. Her name is Maria Corina. Where the hell is my whatchamacallit? I always have my shit saved. Where is it? Did 109 get deleted? No. Okay. Yes. Maria Corina Machado. Machado. Thank you, Machado. She won. She won. Baby, that's a Spanish woman. We only speak Spanish. I don't know what's going on, but the Latin community, the Spanish community is winning. Bad Bunny to the Nobel Peace Prize. Y'all are winning right now. He lost to a Latina. Oh, baby, I would be embarrassed. I would be fucking. I know he got up this morning. I know it's mental health week, a mental health day, but I'm about to fucking go off. And he had Walter Reed. Right now, he's at Walter Reed getting a checkup. I hope that shit goes horribly wrong. I'm sorry, President Trump. You've been diagnosed with cancer. I'm just waiting to hear something like that. I'm just waiting for it. I'm waiting to hear something like that. I am. Something terminally ill. Just give me something that he can't get rid of. Something. Give me something he can't get rid of. Give us a good Christmas gift, shit. At this point, I am. So right now he is at Walter Reed getting his mental health assessment done. To make sure that he is good to go. God, we just need one time answer everybody's prayers at one time. That's all I'm asking for. Okay? Now, speaking of Bad Bunny, Turning Point USA has decided to throw their own Super Bowl halftime show. They say, you know what? It is too hard. AOC said it right. Okay, AOC says the reason that conservatives and MAGA and Republicans are upset that Bad Bunny is doing the goddamn halftime show is because they can barely understand or speak English. Why are you giving them Spanish? She said they can barely speak English. They barely understand the shit that they talking. And now you throwing Spanish in front of them? And when I heard that shit, I said she did not say that shit. But she was right. This halftime show that they gonna throw y'all, I'm gonna tell you the lineup for their halftime show is about to be. They gonna have Amber Rose open. They gonna have Kid Rock. 2 or 3 country artists. Bruh, they gonna have that fake rapper. What? No. I picked you up and didn't even take your ass somewhere else. Go on. Yeah. They gonna have that fake rapper that sung with Vanilla Ice is not finna join them. They gonna have that fake rapper that sung with Roseanne. Roseanne gonna be a part of the damn tribute. This gonna be the most trailer park trash KKK. It's a KKK rally mixed with trailer park trash. I don't care what nobody say. That halftime show gonna be so fucking bland. Snoop and Nelly ain't gonna do that shit. They know better to go that far. That halftime show gonna be so fucking bland. be boring as fuck. Everybody gonna be clapping on the 3 instead of the 2. The crowd gonna look like a bunch of ants trying to figure it out. Oh my God, it's gonna be so many American flags all over the place. You know what? Mark my words, somebody's gonna perform in the American flag. Somebody gonna have a whole American flag outfit. I guarantee you that shit. Somebody's gonna show up at the Turning Point USA halftime concert. They're gonna be in a whole fucking American flag. There's gonna be fireworks. The flag is gonna be raised. Somebody probably gonna sing a church song. I don't know which one they're gonna sing, but it's gonna be a church song. Y'all know what? I may watch both at the same time because I gotta see this shit. I gotta see this shit. I cannot not watch it. Out of sheer embarrassment, I have to see it. I'm gonna have Bad Bunny on the main screen, and I'm gonna put them hoes on my computer so I can see it. Cause I gotta see this shit. It's gonna be a fucking embarrassment. And it's gonna be, you know what? And they can't do nothing without black folks, because the first group to ever interrupt a halftime show, ever take over the NFL halftime Super Bowl, were black people in living color. For all you white folks that's watching me in YouTube land, hi. Let me give you a little history lesson. See, before the Super Bowl ever had performers, they had bands. They had boring ass shit. And so when a living color got ready to debut, they decided, where can we debut? Where everybody will be watching. And they decided to wait during the halftime show, which is about 30 minutes long, to debut in living color, which is by the Wayans brothers, okay? Marlon, Sean, Dwayne, Damon, all them goddamn people. And they stole every last viewer that was watching them during the halftime show. No one came back to finish watching the goddamn game. And the Super Bowl knew, the NFL knew right then and there that they actually needed some acts to hold people in place to watch the second half of the NFL Super Bowl. And so that next year, 1993, they got Michael Jackson. And you know what Michael Jackson did in true form? He sit there for 11 minutes and told them, when I start, y'all start. That shit was live. He just stood there. They was like, Michael, we need you to start. You ain't starting until I fucking start. This is my shit. He had all them folks nervous because it was live TV. Thank you. He had everybody nervous. Like, Mike, anytime now, anytime. He's like, nah, hold on. They screaming my name. I'm Michael Jackson. I ain't got to do shit but stand here, okay? That was the first NFL performance. A black man who had vitiligo. It was a black man. A black man was the first halftime performance ever at the NFL Super Bowl. For all you white folks. It wasn't y'all. Y'all was backup players. Y'all played the drums and shit. But it wasn't y'all. Y'all wasn't even entertaining then. The biggest artist in the fucking world was a black man. I got it from Dollar Tree. I'm just saying. You can't make this shit up. And now Turning Point USA is trying to use a black TV show's tactics to create their own halftime show, which is going to be boring as shit. Y'all might as well put the little kids in front of that hoe and help them fall asleep. Because, baby, it's gonna be horrible. It is going to be horrible. Michael Jackson isn't white. You never listen to Michael's real songs, okay? Michael Jackson is a black man born from a black family. Ooh. And he was a Jehovah's Witness. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. He was talking about white folks. Skinhead, deadhead. He was talking about white folks, okay? Racism, white folks. See, Michael didn't like y'all. He had to deal with y'all, but he didn't like y'all. Let's make this very fucking clear. He was pro-black. If you notice, most of his, when he did Remember the Time, it was all black folks. Now, one white person was up in that bitch. He should have made one of y'all water bowl servant or something. That's what he should have did. He made it very clear that y'all weren't even white. Y'all weren't white. Y'all weren't in Europe. Y'all weren't in Egypt, okay? It was black as fuck. Y'all can't even deal with the sun. Y'all struggle in that shit. That's why y'all always sitting under something. Y'all need sunscreen and shit. You have a melanin deficiency. I don't know if anybody's ever told y'all, but y'all are a mutation of us. It's just the facts. They're melanin deprived. They're a mutation of black people, of Africans. Mutation. Y'all are closer to chimps than we are. That's just science. Y'all believe in science. I mean, y'all don't actually have science down to a T, but y'all believe in science. So, yeah, that's just what it is. Okay, now, good news and bad news at the same time. The road to Gaza City is now open for thousands of displaced people, Palestinian people, to go back into North Gaza. It's open. I'm going to say this. I'm happy. But I don't trust Benny. I don't trust Benny. And the reason I don't trust him because just this morning, despite the announcement of the ceasefire, Israeli forces continue to attack across the besieged Gaza Strip. They still popping off. As people are trying to return to their homes, they are still dropping shit. It says footage taken from Sderot, I think that's called Sderot, on October 10th shows a thick smoke rising over residential areas following heavy Israeli bombardments, with widespread destruction visible across the enclave. Where's the cease? This don't sound like a ceasefire. This sounds like a setup. I know I'm supposed to be optimistic, but it sounds like a setup. It sounds like they're setting them up to come back in there and then try to... Don't tell me it's not. It sounds like a setup, because if they are still attacking the place that they're supposed to go back to, then what does that mean? What does that mean? The Israeli government approved an agreement to end genocidal war in Gaza and exchange prisoners with Palestinian factions. In a statement issued early Friday by the Israeli Prime Minister, a ceasefire became effective immediately after the approval. Obviously not. Obviously not. I don't see that happening, because if people are still being, if places are still being bombed, then what's going to happen? And you know what's really going, what I'm really curious about is all those homes, all of that land that Jewish people have stolen while this is going on. Do they get that land back? Do all those Jewish people have to get the fuck out? I say that in the most kindest way. Do they have to leave? I need to dig into that, because they need to get the hell out. They need to go. They should not be able to have that land. They need to go. They need to leave those homes that they stole and they unalive Palestinians for. They need to go. That's just my opinion. That's just how I feel. Do y'all want some funny news, or do y'all want some scary news? Funny or scary? Which way do y'all want me to go? 'Cause there's a lot. I don't know. I don't know which way y'all want me to go. Let me know which way y'all want me to go. Funny? Okay, both. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do funny first. I'm gonna do funny. Okay. Y'all know Vivek Ramaswamy, right? Ramaswamy. He's running for governor of Ohio. That's Trump's little man that helped him get into office. The little Southeast Asian. I think he's Southeast Asian or Indian. I don't know where he falls into the camp. But y'all know Vivek, the little miniature man, the little miniature brown man. Well, he's running for governor in Ohio, and he did he did a rally. Baby, they ate his ass up. They ate him up. All those white people got up there and said, how the fuck can you protect Christian values and you're Hindu? Yes. And this is a Turning Point USA event. Vivek questioned by attendees about his Hindu faith and its compatibility with conservative organizations, primarily Christian values. He said he is Hindu. He's running as a Hindu person. And he responded by defending his faith and U.S. constitutional principle of no religious test for public office. Now, let me make something very fucking clear. We said a long time ago, church and state should not be mixing together. But yet there's a place in the fucking White House where Christian people have a whole room to protect Christianity in the United States. This man is Hindu. I'm going to say something right now. Vivek, you are a pawn for them. They played your ass like a fucking fiddle. You will never be white and you will never be accepted by them. You are not like them. And Christianity is white supremacy. White Christian nationalism is white supremacy. That's exactly what it is. You will never be approved. Trump did a whole shout out to all the damn candidates running in Virginia. You know who he left out? That black woman that's running as a Republican in Virginia. Her hunchback of Notre Dame ass got played. Y'all gonna stop? Y'all gonna stop fucking around with these white folks? Y'all gonna stop fucking around with these white folks? They don't want y'all. They will use y'all. They don't want you. Yes, I call her hunchback of Notre Dame. She's over, okay? They don't want you. They will use you to rally whatever base you can for all the ignorant black folks and people of color that think they can get a leg up by sticking next to white supremacy. They don't want y'all. The fuck? I saw that little 13-year-old boy at a Turning Point USA interview, and he was like, we need to stop calling people certain names. We need to stop saying racism and fascism and stuff like that. And this boy had buttons on his shirt that said, ew, Democrats, talking about people who believe in abortions and everything else. And his white ass mama was sitting next to him. She just fucking up her son. Woo! White mothers to black babies will never beat the allegations. White mothers to black babies will never beat the allegations. They ruin them children every damn time. Every time. But white Christian nationalism does not want Vivek. And he is not going to win. Just because you're Republican and you paid your way up through Donald Trump doesn't mean you're going to get in. Doesn't mean you're going to get in. Oh, it's too late for him right now. But wait till he get in the real world and he realized that he's just a token. And his mama made him that way because she taught him not how to self-hate himself. His mama is teaching him how to hate himself. I don't feel ruined. Just by you saying that, you're ruined. And put on some clothes. Nobody want to see that shit. Put on some goddamn clothes. All right. It looks like Frumpy is leaning into his fascist ways. Tupe Fiasco is building an arch in his name. Right across from the Lincoln Memorial. He's building an arch in his image. Right across from the Lincoln Memorial. I wish I was kidding. I wish I was kidding. Yes, similar to Hitler's arch. You know, the man with the mustache? Similar to Hitler's arch. So Hitler had one created in his image. The mock-up is a triumphal arch set on Trump's resolution desk. In the design of the Oval Office, finished President Alex Stubb on Thursday. He showed it off. The plan featuring small models on the map. It has like 2 eagles. It kind of looks like the damn arch in New York. Y'all know where I'm talking about, where they did what Will Smith played in I Am Legend. You know that little arch area? He's trying to replicate that, but make it in his name in Washington, D.C. It's virtually identical. Virtually identical to Hitler's. One actually matches Napoleon's arch as well. Are we getting the signal? Are we getting the signal? This man wants to be a fucking dictator so bad, his ass is itching. His ass is itching so bad. It's in his system. He ready for that shit. He's ready for it. It is what it is. Hopefully, God willing, I'm not wishing for anybody to be taken out, but maybe have a stroke where he can no longer function on one side. I could deal with that. Oh, that's cute. What is that? I don't know what that was. Thank you, whoever did that. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for like a stroke or something. I don't want to take him out. A stroke would be nice where he can still understand what's going on, but he can't make no decisions. That would be good. I'm just... Because not only is he doing that, he is fired almost... He's fired almost every prominent black official in the administration. Like almost all. And he's replaced them with old white men. Old white men. He's replaced them all with old white men. All black leaders have been fired. Generals, Library of Congress, National Labor Relations, Surface Transportation Board, Federal Reserve, National Transportation Safety, Federal Energy and Regulatory Commission. Everybody has been replaced by old ass white men. He's cleaning house. He even indicted Letitia James for mortgage fraud. Every time Trump goes after somebody, it's mortgage fraud. Every time. Everybody is mortgage fraud. He ain't got shit for nothing else. He ain't got nothing else. And for a man that cooked his books and got caught, a 40-something time felon, for a man that cooked his books, he sure is trying to fuck up everybody else. I hope Letitia can fight it. Because you know why he mad at him, mad at her, because she the one that indicted his ass in New York. Y'all, I really don't have a lot of good news today. I was hoping I had some good news, but I gave you the good news at the top of the hour. Here's another thing. RFK Jr. is also trying to connect autism to early circumcision. Highly likely because they're given Tylenol. This is what happens when y'all put idiots. This is what happens when y'all put idiots. Idiots in front. This is what happens. This man said early circumcision is a cause for autism because the babies take Tylenol. Stupid. Like, just stupid. Is there another word? Dummy. Imbecile. Ignorant. Golly. Like, y'all go ahead and let that shit hang off. It's going to be harder for them kids to get circumcised as they get older. That's why they do it at such a young age. Nobody wants to see extra skin. They don't want that. And then if they don't get that extra skin off when it's time to clean around that area, it's going to make it harder. And infections can get caused if it's not cut off. That extra skin is not healthy. It's harder to clean. I got a nephew. I got brothers. I had to clean them off. And I'm sorry, ain't no woman as they get older gonna want to ride that. When they get older, ain't no woman gonna want to be, why I got a turtleneck on it? No. Ain't nobody gonna do that shit. Go ahead. All you white folks, go ahead. And white girls really gonna be leaving y'all. Y'all think they messing with y'all now. That's not gonna be a new trend. That's not gonna be a new trend, okay? You're gonna, nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. There's some extra foreskin. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They gonna have uncircumcised anonymous. Y'all better not listen to this man. Y'all better not listen to this man. This man is gonna have y'all messed the fuck up for real. Oh, I found some more good news. Starting, if you're in New York, they're raising your unemployment rate. Your unemployment payments are going to get raised. The maximum a weekly is going to be $869. I don't know what that will do for y'all, but hopefully it'll do something for y'all. Yes, so that's getting ready on starting October 13th, which is in 3 days on Monday. Your unemployment will go up. I don't know how that will help, but hopefully $869 a week. How much is that a month? That's $3,400 a month. It's kind of some of y'all's rent. Shit. Yes, I already talked about that at the top of the hour. I'm sorry. I don't know how that's going to do, but I mean, it'll do something for y'all. Oh, here's some more funny news. Chicago is showing their ass and setting an example for any other blue state or blue city that Trump tries to invade. I think every blue city should take this and learn from it. Chicago is refusing ICE food. You can't eat at their restaurants. No. They are not allowing them to use their restaurants. They are starving their asses out. I am all for the okie doke. They're also towing their trucks. They're towing their trucks, y'all. They say, you know what? Okay, y'all want to play games? We got it. We definitely got it. Let's go ahead and play these games. They're towing their trucks. They're refusing them food. And I think they're also, wait, what else are they doing? Yes, they're refusing to feed ICE. Businesses are locking their doors as ICE arrives. And tow trucks are towing their shit away. That is how you welcome ICE into your city. You tow their shit. You refuse food. And if you are a local hotel or something, you block them from getting any type of way of sitting with them. They're going to have to sleep in those federal buildings. Make them feel unwelcomed. And that protest is big as shit. That protest last night was deep. Deep as hell. I love it. I love that. I love that. I hope Portland does it too. I hope they all do it. Okay, now I'm going to give y'all some more horrible news. Last night or early this morning, a 3-year-old baby was burned alive. In Congo. Yes, there's still a genocide going on in Congo and Sudan. They burned that baby alive. He didn't know about the borders, minerals, or politics. He just wanted to play and grow. They burned down the whole house with the baby inside. The world is not watching Congo. And you know that this may sound selfish, but this is why I can't wait for the Palestinian shit to be over, because then we can get our eyes on Sudan and Congo. I already saw Qatar and Idaho. I'm getting to that. Numerous of children are going through this. There's so many babies that are being taken. Fathers are cut into pieces. Houses are being burned down. Women are being raped and kidnapped. Little boys are being pulled into the militant armies by force. What's up? I really want this Palestinian thing to be over. I really do. For the sake of Palestinians, but also for the sake of, black bodies that actually need to be seen. Like Sudan. Like Congo. For a baby to be burned alive, I can't. But I just want y'all to be mindful that even over Palestine, there's still other countries that are being torn apart. There's still other countries that are being torn apart. Speaking of Africa, there's a Nigerian, there's an activist, Salam Aklim. He's Nigerian. He's missing. He got picked up on the flotilla. They still have not returned him. They're still jailed. And remember when I told y'all that if during this flotilla I said, please don't let nobody black be on that goddamn ship, because they're gonna be treated horribly. And nobody in the fucking world is gonna care about them except their own countries. And that's if their countries actually agree with what's going on. He's still missing. He has not been reported home. Nelson Mandela's grandson just got home. Just got home. And that's because that's Nelson Mandela's grandson. I will watch and see if he gets out. I'll watch. And speaking of that, on another note, a Jewish guy, his name is David Rashmir Kishumer, I hope. He's a Jewish American activist. David Adler. I'm just going to call him David Adler. He was picked up on a flotilla. When they found out he was Jewish, they dragged him into a room. They tied him up. They made him bow in front of the Jewish Israeli flag, made him kiss the flag. They waited for someone to come in to chastise him about what he was doing, called him a terrorist. Israeli forces abducted them. They brought them to a prison. They separated them. He was like, we were beaten. We were starved. Yeah. And this is the people y'all praise and worship. On top of that, I got one more for y'all. I know y'all like, damn, Nene, how many? A Palestinian detainee being held without charge has been unalived in Israeli custody. 22-year-old Palestinian man has been unalived in Israeli custody. He was being held there for 5 months without no charge or trial. Ahmad Hamid Mohammed, I cannot say his last name because I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to mess it up. It starts with the K. Was arrested by Israeli forces in the occupied West Bank city of Hebron on May 23rd and placed under administrative detention. Administrative detention is a controversial Israeli policy that allows for them to be indefinite imprisonment of Palestinians without charging them or putting them on trial. Don't that sound familiar? Detention orders are typically issued for 3 to 6 months at a time, but can be renewed indefinitely, with detainees denied access to evidence against them and having no right for an appeal. Palestinian prisoner monitoring groups, the PA Commission of Detainees and Ex-Detainees Affairs, and the Palestinian Prisoners Society reported Tuesday that they were notified of Ahmad's unaliving at the Israel's hospital. This is 78th identified Palestinian prisoner to be unalived in Israeli custody in the past 2 years. And this is what y'all fucking fighting for? This is what y'all Christians love? Let me shut up. Let me shut up, because this is Christianity. What the fuck am I talking about? Like, what? Duh. You got a white girl trying to call Pastor Jamal out. A white wannabe pastor, her little skinny ass. Trying to call Pastor Jamal Bryant out about him speaking about a black church is calling it ethnic idolatry. Idolatry. I don't know what the fuck that is. Idolatry. Saying that we're focused more on our blackness and black churches. Why are we talking about race? Bitch, shut the fuck up. Because if it wasn't, let me make something very clear. The person that's going to dig into fucking words and shit, and I'm not finna do all this investigation just to give you the flat out fucking truth. Black churches come out of fear. Black churches came out of segregation, racism, because we weren't allowed to pray where the fuck y'all was. So we created our own places of worship. Now all of a sudden y'all don't want to acknowledge black churches. Bitch, y'all created them hoes. Y'all racist asses created black churches because we needed somewhere to pray, somewhere to come together, somewhere to have our meetings, somewhere to gather when shit got real. Hell, Lake Lanier, when those people were ran off their fucking land, they ran into their churches to pray. And then y'all set them hoes on fire. And then y'all flooded the town after y'all set it on fire. This white bitch is talking about, I'm sorry. Everybody hit F1, pump the hearts up, gifts real quick. Because I didn't. Hit the hearts, hit F1, gifts. This is the time where you actually can gift to save the life. Woo! Oh, shit. I was about to go there, y'all. I was about to go there. See, if she would have said that shit in my presence, I would have walked up to that podium and smacked the shit out of her. I sure would have. The mic would have been on the ground. Now ask God what happened. Don't come for black churches. Don't come for black pastors. All of a sudden, y'all don't want to see race. Y'all kill me with that shit. Half of y'all white asses want to erase race so y'all don't seem harmful. White churches are harmful. All y'all do is preach white supremacy. And y'all use the Bible to form y'all conclusions, which I'm going to make something very clear. The Bible is wrong. It has been rewritten several times by white men. The Bible is not the true Bible. That shit has been reworked and rewritten. Y'all talking about y'all want to bring the Bible in classes, and Bibles should be in classes. And then y'all sit there and talk about God did not believe in abortion and God didn't believe in unaliving children when he unalived all the firstborns in Egypt. Did y'all forget that shit? He asked plenty of people in the Bible to sacrifice their first child. Throw them into a burning bush. There's also a part in the Bible where two girls get their father so tipsy and then they grape him. They have relations with him. There's also a passage where a father gives his daughters to prostitution, sells them off. The fuck are y'all talking about? Yes, it is true. That Bible's been reworked several fucking times. That is not Bible. That's not God's Bible. That's not Jesus' Bible. That's a man's Bible. There's too many fucking versions for it to be God's Bible anymore. And that's just common goddamn sense. That's common sense. How can it still be God's Bible when it's been reworked and rewritten several times in different languages? That is not his Bible. Y'all love to hold on to something that's man-made so fucking bad, and y'all talking about God. Be mad at me. I don't give a fuck. I'm spiritual. I love God, but I'll be damned if I'm going to sit here and lie. God has the final say. You know what? He sure fucking does. But that don't mean I can't speak my truth. You don't like it? Go find a fucking live that you can talk about. Because this one you're not going to play me in. That Bible is trash. It is made, it was rewritten and revised to fit the narrative of white men in every fucking generation, in every time of this goddamn world. That Bible ain't the Bible of God and Jesus. That is not his teachings anymore. We got so many goddamn versions. Everybody's reading something different. I grew up fucking Catholic and Pentecostal. Both of those Bibles are not the same. Everybody chooses their own goddamn version. And everybody's version is not the same. Whoo, Jesus. For y'all that's so fucking holier than thou, I'm closer to God than you are. Because you need a book to follow him. I don't. I don't need a book to tell me about my God. My life is a testimony. I don't need a book. The 10 Commandments is the only thing that I look at when it comes to God. I don't look at that Bible. I look at the 10 Commandments. That's it. That's the only thing that I can honestly say came from him. Everything else, toss that shit to the side. Because I guarantee you, every time a man releases his little friends into his hand after he's had relations to a woman, do you give pigeons to the priest? Do you go to your priest and give him some pigeons and some birds? Oh yeah, that's part of the Bible too. Y'all doing that shit every time y'all release y'all men? Do y'all go to a priest and give him some pigeons and some birds? No, you don't do that. You wipe that shit off and go rinse your hands off. Or you leave it in the sock. Or you leave it on the stomach of the girl that you laying with. Shut up. Shut the hell up. That is in the Bible. That's like y'all, them teachings are so damn old to the point where you can't even wear the same type of fabrics, different type of fabrics on your body. Y'all will follow one part of the Bible but ignore the other. That's stupid. Now you picking and choosing. Now you picking and choosing. Y'all pick and choose what y'all want to pay attention to. That's why anybody that sits there and starts quoting off fucking Bible verses to me, I look at y'all like y'all stupid. You never needed a Bible to do right. You don't need a Bible to do right. You don't need a Bible to have morals, to know right from wrong. You don't need a Bible to do that shit. You don't need a Bible to follow God. You don't even need a church. You don't need a church. You don't need a Bible. You don't need offerings to follow God or Jesus in none of his teachings. Because at the core, at the bottom of who that man was doing good by others and doing right by people. That is simply it. Love thy neighbor. Do unto others if you would have them do unto you. That's it. At the core of all his teachings, that's it. So when y'all sitting in these pulpits, bitch, get out my live. Get out my live. Somebody get her out. You ain't got to follow me, Takia, Opafelo, Opafani. I don't know what the fuck your name is. You can go. You ain't got to follow me for either or. Thank you. You ain't got to follow me for either or. I'm not asking people to follow me. People are here because they choose to be here. And I'm not going to sit here and just shut up. At the end of the day, the only thing that we should be doing and the thing that will make us who we are is doing right by others. Love thy neighbor. Do unto others if you will have them do unto you. If you know you don't want it to happen to you, then why do it to someone else? That's plain and simple. You don't need a fucking Bible to tell you that shit. You don't need church to tell you that shit. If I don't want to be slapped in the face, why would I slap somebody else? But no. Y'all want to get on pulpits and talk about black churches. Oh, and let's get a little bit more in depth. You got a white MAGA pastor talking about black youth should be stoned to death. You got a white MAGA pastor saying that black youth should be stoned to death like they did in the book. And y'all try not to call yourself white supremacists and a cult in the Bible. And he quoted Bible verses for that shit. He quoted Bible verses for that shit. You think I'm finna follow something a white supremacist follow? No. Using the Bible to fit your needs. I'm gonna let y'all listen to it. I'm gonna let y'all listen to what he had to say.
Number of blacks who are committing murder is more than,
and this is a lie,
whites. And whites are significantly greater, 60% compared to 13%.
That's a lie.
Percentage of the population. Yeah. So if you take that, then you took a law like Deuteronomy 21, which is a just law that God enacted through Moses. The law was that if you had a rebellious son, you have a child they're coming up into their manhood and they're rebellious, they don't listen, he lists some characteristics, and even though they're disciplined, they will not turn. He says the fathers to bring them out into the town square, this is a rebellious son, and then they stone him to death. They kill him. And an armed robber would certainly be one of those. Oh, absolutely. Armed robber, all the ghetto violent crime. Basically, take ghetto culture, it would describe this to a T. If you did that over 3 generations, how much violent crime would you have in the 3rd and 4th generation? Much, much less. The actual number of blacks who are...
And these are supposed to be pastors. These are supposed to be pastors. And y'all want to talk about black churches. Y'all want to talk about black churches, and these are pastors. And y'all wonder why they have black churches. These are pastors. But you got white women should never be, and according to MAGA lovers, there should not be white women that are pastors and preachers. There shouldn't be white women who are pastors and preachers. So y'all should be getting on her for that anyways. But then you got a white woman trying to talk to a black pastor because he's saying that, yeah, he's calling out other black pastors for their anti-blackness. And that should be called out. My opinion is that I don't need a Bible and I don't need a church to know God. But other people may need that shit. And they can have that. And if they're going to have it, let it be a safe place. But y'all be killing me with this whole righteous, holier than thou bullshit. My blackness comes before everything. My blackness comes before everything. Everything. There are 2 things I can't deny in this world. I'm black and I'm a woman. That's it. You don't know what I pray. You don't know my faith. You don't know what type of love I love. You don't know my music. You don't know where I go. Do I swing left or right when it comes to political ideology? You don't know none of that shit. My blackness comes before everything. And this shit right here is dangerous. You don't hear black pastors talking about unaliving people and how white kids should be treated. You don't hear that shit when y'all are basically terrorizing the whole fucking world at this point. Y'all unalive people at a higher rate. And I say this all the time. Black on black crime unalives black people. White crime unalives everybody. Everybody. I'm going to say this again. Black on black crime harms black people in the black community. Majority of it, 99.9% is inside, and that's due to proximity. White crime affects everybody. Every part of this world has been touched by white crime. That's not something I'm just talking about. That is factual. You don't know what Hawaiians really look like anymore because of white crime. Australia, because of white crime. Parts of Africa, because of white crime. Native Americans, white crime. Black people, white crime. Some places in Brazil, white crime. Hell, white on white crime in America is getting big, bruh. The man that burned down goddamn half of Los Angeles was a white man. He burned down half of Los Angeles. White man. And then another white man tried to set that shit on fire again and got caught. Majority of the assassination attempts on political people in this country are done by white men. Your white boys are trying to tear up every school possible they can get their hands on. And they getting younger and younger and younger. And all y'all can focus on is black on black crime, especially in the goddamn church. You're supposed to be talking about Bible and God and how the hell to get to heaven and how to repent. And you talking about children being stoned to death. Did I miss the memo? But I forgot. This country is turning into a white supremacy. I'm not calling it white Christian nationalism anymore. It's white supremacy. That's what this country is. It is turning into white supremacy. You got white men marching in the goddamn streets talking about white men take your country back, deport all the legals. They can't even get a fucking rhyme together. That shit was so embarrassing, bro. Y'all can't even get a rhyme together to march together. Y'all gotta learn how to march. Y'all need rhythm when y'all march. Y'all need an actual chant that makes sense and rhymes. Y'all struggling in that department. Y'all can't keep on the same foot. Y'all don't know how to stay in one line. And y'all don't have a good chant. No one's going to listen. They're going to laugh. Y'all need to do better in that area. Y'all need to do better in that area. Because y'all suck. And stop running every time y'all get called out. If y'all Billy badasses, then y'all need to stay and take it. Don't jump in the U-Haul and run. And take off the goddamn mask. At this point, if you proud of being a white supremacist, leave your mask off. You may be able to keep your job or you can get a GoFundMe. At this point, leave that shit off. Why are you hiding it? I don't see none of the black men marching in the Israel. What is it? In the purple? Who are they? Y'all know who I'm talking about. They in purple. They be on the corners. Come on, somebody give me the name. Give me the name. Hebrews. None of them. They all keep their faces clear as day. And they do march strapped. They march strapped. And they keep their faces visible at all times. Y'all some punk asses. Y'all punks. If you cannot march for what you believe without wearing a mask, you are a punk. Bitch made is what I like to call you. You need to just go back to work and keep typing on that keyboard because you obviously don't believe in your cause. If your cause was that strong, You wouldn't be wearing a mask to do so. You would not need a mask to do so. Speaking of marching, a federal judge has blocked Donald Trump's administration from deploying National Guard into Illinois. We already know that there was like 500 National Guard from Texas. I think they're going to be on hold. Okay. I think they're going to be on hold. I hope that they don't take it to the Supreme Court because we got issues already. We're going to have to watch for the ballot boxes next year. Next year, the ballot boxes may be in trouble. I'm not even playing with y'all. So a former GOP election official that was for Trump, GOP, the greater party, okay? GOP, Republican, devout to the Trump administration. He just purchased the Dominion voting system. Y'all remember Dominion? Trump accused them of rigging the election in 2020, and they sued Fox News and got $883 billion. Yes, those Dominion. He bought them, and he plans to rebrand them as Liberty Vote. So remember that name, Liberty Vote. If you see those machines anywhere, do not use that voting place. Don't use it. His plan is to push paper ballots. I don't trust paper ballots. Nope. Dominion Voting Systems, the company once accused by Trump supporters of rigging the 2020 election, has officially been sold and rebranded under new leadership. The new owner, a former GOP election official who says he plans to take voting back to the basics with paper ballots. That means longer counts. That means adding fake ballots in, especially in red states, stuffing the ballot. That can happen. The buyer's identity has been fully disclosed in the CNN report. But what's clear is that Dominion, now rebranded as Liberty Vote, is moving in a completely different direction. The company's leadership transition marks a shift in how one of the most scrutinized voting technology companies in the U.S. history plans to rebuild trust in voters. Under the new ownership, Liberty Vote says it will focus on increasing transparency and restoring public confidence in elections. We were confident. The only people that weren't confident was white folks that voted for Trump. We were confident. We were fine with the election. Dominion did their job. They didn't lie. They didn't let nobody fuck with their systems. And the vote came out the way it should have came out. The only people that weren't happy about the votes was Donald Trump calling every state looking for shit. I need you to give me 1,132 votes. I need you to find them. I don't care where you find them, but find them. I ain't never heard anybody running for president hunting down votes. I've never heard that shit. That was so. I want y'all to be prepared because those damn voting machines is about to be rigged. They're going to be rigged. I guarantee you the 2026 midterms is about to be a shit show, y'all. I am stressed out about that one situation. The 2026 is about to be a shit show. It's too much going on arriving into next year. We already know that Trump has deemed Antifa as a terrorist group in America. Let me make something very clear. Antifa is not a terrorist group. They're anti-fascist. They don't believe in dictatorship. They don't believe in white supremacy. They don't believe in white extreme conservatism. They don't believe in that bullshit. And Trump believes in it all. And so now they've been deemed a terrorist group. And Antifa does not have an organization. They're not a group. It's a state of mind. If you are against fascism, you're Antifa. It's a state of mind. That's it. Anti-fascism professor targeted by right blocked from leaving the U.S. for Spain. So Mark Bray, a Rutgers professor who published a book on Antifa, said his family had checked in, but at the gate, their reservations disappeared. So they went all the way through baggage claim, printing out their tickets, going through the checkpoints. And when they got ready to board their flights, it was gone. They have rebooked their flights for Wednesday. I'm guessing next Wednesday. Someone canceled my family's flights out of the country at the last second. I wonder if he's on a watch list now. I wonder if they're going to try to arrest him. This is some Kim Jong-un shit. This is some Putin shit. Hell, this may be even some Benny Boy shit. I say this, if he's able to get the fuck out, stay the fuck out. I ain't even finna lie. Don't come back. Don't come back until that man is gone. And we have a Democratic president. A guy that wrote an Antifa book, a book about Antifa. I'd say, yeah, don't do it. Just stay out, because we don't know how this is going to go. I ain't finna lie. We have no idea where this is going to go. And it kind of like worries me a little bit. So just stay out. Trump decided that they're going to start cutting Democratic programs. They have to do budget priorities, budgeting for the following years. He said we're going to give them a little bit of a taste of their own medicine. He said we're going to make permanent cuts to federal spending, adding we're only going to cut Democratic programs. And let me make something very clear for all you racists in the background that are hiding in my lives. I like to educate y'all, because I know y'all don't get a lot of education because y'all only follow him and y'all believe everything that comes out this man's ass. Democratic programs actually help you. Democratic programs are for the lower and middle class people in this country. They don't serve the 1%. They serve the lower and middle class. So when these programs are cut, I gotta go. They trying to hit me with a thing. I gotta go. I gotta see what's happening. I gotta go, y'all. Sorry, I got a hit for elections. Elections. I'm sorry, y'all. That's what happens. You talk about elections and all of a sudden you get flagged. And I ain't even say anything bad about elections. Didn't even say anything bad about elections. I just said I reported what was out there. I reported what was out there, and I got hit. I didn't lose my life, but I definitely got hit. See? They don't want you to know what's going on. They don't care. As soon as you start talking about something that may affect their shit, yeah. This is insane. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I hate when that shit happens. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm moving. I am moving, and once I get my place, I'm going to set up a place so I can stream. And I'm going to stream this shit. That way I can't get hit for what the fuck I say. I'm going to start streaming. That way I can't get hit. It's coming soon. Don't worry. I just got to get a little bit more room. I don't have much room in this apartment. So I've got to upgrade where I live before I can actually do it out, because I want to have a whole room dedicated to me just reporting the news. That's it. A whole room just dedicated to talking about the goddamn news. And that's it. Okay, y'all. I'm going to talk to y'all later. All right. Bye, peoples.